Energy monitors claim they help you save 15 to 20% on your electric bill. The actual data tells a more complicated story. According to a 2025 Sense customer study, the average user saved 9% in the first year, dropping to 4% in years 2 and 3 as habits stabilized. Real savings exist, but only if you actually act on the data. Let me explain the two main types. Whole home monitors install in your electrical panel and watch all power coming in. They identify individual appliances by their electrical signature. Plug-level monitors are smart plugs that measure exactly what flows through them. Different precision, different price, different use cases. Both have their place in a smart home. Whole home monitors first. The Sense Energy Monitor is the brand name leader. $300 retail. Installs in your electrical panel, requires a licensed electrician for safe installation in most U.S. states. The clamps go around the main hot wires and detect electrical signatures of devices over time. Machine learning identifies your fridge, dishwasher, AC unit, and so on. Here's the catch on Sense. The device identification is genuinely tricky and the accuracy varies. According to my own 3-month testing and corroborated by user reports on the Sense subreddit, the system correctly identifies large appliances about 75% of the time. Small or variable load devices like LED lights or laptop chargers are often missed. It's good, not perfect. The Emporia Vue is the affordable alternative. $150 for the base unit. Goes in the panel like Sense but uses a simpler current transformer approach. You manually identify circuits rather than relying on automatic device detection. Less smart, more accurate for what it tells you. According to Emporia's 2025 usage data, average users saw similar savings to Sense users despite the simpler interface. Sense versus Emporia in practice. Sense is for people who want a magic black box that figures out what's using power. Emporia is for people willing to spend an hour mapping their circuits manually but want trustworthy data afterwards. Power users often run both, with Sense providing pattern detection and Emporia providing ground truth. Different jobs, different tools. Now plug-level monitoring. The Tapo P125M with energy monitoring is $12 per plug. The Acura P3 plug is $20 and includes more advanced features. The Eve Energy is $40 and integrates with Apple Home for Matter and HomeKit. All measure exactly what flows through one outlet, with high precision down to 1 watt resolution. Plug monitors are the right choice for high-impact suspect devices. Your old refrigerator. Your gaming PC that may be drawing 200 watts at idle. Your space heater. Your electric vehicle charger. Each of these can use 10 to 30% of your electric bill if it's misbehaving. Knowing exactly what each draws is more useful than a whole home average. Here's a real story from my own setup. The Sense identified my central air conditioning correctly and showed it was costing me $140 a month in summer. The Emporia confirmed the circuit data. But the Eve plug on my home office space heater showed it was running 15 hours a day in January, costing me $65 that month alone. I thought it was off when I left. The 30-day investigation that comes after installing energy monitoring is where the savings actually happen. Day 1 to 7, you look at the dashboard a lot. You see the always-on baseload, the daily patterns, the spikes. Day 8 to 30, you start identifying surprises. Devices using more than expected. Times of day with unexplained spikes. Patterns you can change. What does the average home actually find? The number one surprise is always on power. According to the Department of Energy's 2024 Standby Power Report, the typical American home has 50 to 75 watts of constant draw from devices that should be off but aren't. Routers, set-top boxes, gaming consoles, smart speakers. That's 600 to 900 kilowatt hours per year, $90 to $150 in waste. The number 2 surprise is HVAC inefficiency. Older systems short cycle, modern systems can develop refrigerant or duct issues. Energy monitors expose this clearly because the daily pattern shows when the system runs and how much it uses. A correctly sized AC should run in steady patterns matching outdoor temperature. Frequent short cycles or sustained high power means service is needed. The number 3 surprise is the gaming PC or home server that someone is running 24/7. According to the Lawrence Berkeley National Labs 2023 home computing study, a gaming PC at idle still draws between 60 and 200 watts depending on configuration. 24/7, that's 500 to 1700 kilowatt hours per year per machine. What you do with this data matters. Step 1. Immediately address the always-on power waste. Smart plugs on routers, modems, TVs, set-top boxes, with schedules to turn off overnight. The savings start immediately and don't require ongoing behavior change. According to the same Department of Energy report, addressing standby power alone saves the average household $100 to $150 per year. Step 2. Identify your top 3 power hogs. For most homes it's HVAC, water heater, and either a fridge or a clothes dryer. These 3 combined are usually 50 to 60% of total electric bill. Optimize each. Replace if old. Schedule when possible. The biggest gains come from these big consumers, not from worrying about individual phone chargers. Step 3. Use time-of-use pricing if your utility offers it. Many U.S. utilities now charge different rates for peak hours, off-peak, and super off-peak. With energy monitoring, you can see which loads run when. Shift big loads like dishwasher, dryer, and EV charging to off-peak. According to a 2024 PG&E case study, time-of-use shifting alone saved participating households 15%. Solar integration with energy monitors. If you have solar, monitoring is essential. The Sense Solar version, the Emporia Vue with solar mode, and several others can show production versus consumption in real time. Knowing when you're exporting power versus consuming from the grid lets you shift loads to maximize self-consumption. Important for systems on net metering changes after 2023 policy shifts. Privacy concerns with energy monitors are underrated. Whole home monitors send detailed home occupancy data to manufacturers. They can tell when you're home, when you sleep, when you're away. Sense's privacy policy is among the better ones, with most data staying on device. Emporia is similar. But the data exists. Read the privacy policy before installing. Local-only options exist for the privacy-conscious through Home Assistant. Home Assistant integration deserves a mention. If you're already running Home Assistant, the Shelly EM, the IOTA Watt, and the Open Energy Monitor are all open-source friendly options. They keep all data local and provide better long-term storage and analytics than commercial offerings. Around $200 for the IOTA Watt with up to 14 channels. Real ROI math. Sense at $300, plus $80 for electrician install, $380 total. Average first-year savings on a $1,500 annual bill is $135 at 9%. Payback in 2.8 years. Years 2 and 3 at 4% are $60 annually. By year 4, you've broken even and you have years of useful data. But the ROI looks different when you count the diagnostic value. Energy monitors have caught failing appliances before total breakdown. A refrigerator drawing twice its rated power is a sign of a dying compressor. A water heater cycling more often than usual hints at sediment buildup. These early warnings save replacement costs, hotel stays, and food spoilage. Hard to quantify exactly but real. What I would not buy. The cheap unbranded energy monitors on Amazon for $40. They lack accuracy, lack support, and lack ongoing development. Get a Sense, an Emporia, or an open source option from a known maker. The $50 saved on the cheap option is wasted if the data is unreliable. What about smart meters from your utility? Most U.S. utilities have rolled out smart meters in the past 5 to 10 years. These provide your utility with usage data and offer a basic web dashboard. The dashboards are usually limited to 15-minute granularity and minimal device-level detail. Useful for billing verification, not for active management. A real energy monitor adds significant value beyond utility tools. Final pick recommendations. For most homeowners, the Emporia Vue at $150 is the best entry point. Manual but accurate. For people who want the magic detection without manual setup, the Sense Energy Monitor at $300. For privacy first or home assistant users, the Shelly EM and IotaWatt route. For renters, the Tapo and Eve plugs at $12 to $40 per circuit. Subscribe to Espacio Intelligent and hit the bell. Next week's setup goes deeper into time of use rate optimization, the specific automations that actually shift your loads to save money on tiered electric pricing. Drop a comment with what your monthly electric bill looks like, and I will help you find the biggest savings opportunities.